or Shravans had this Srimad Bhagavatam class. So Prabhupada started this. Prabhupada said our morning programs are so perfect. One of the main principles of the stage of Kali is austerity. And you know what is the hardest austerity to do? Wake up in the morning. Bingo. Wake up in the morning. So Prabhupada encouraged all of his disciples, everyone who is practicing bhakti yoga, to wake up early in the morning. And when you wake up, but we don't have any motivation to do anything, then why would we wake up? So Prabhupada has given us instructions to chant in the morning, then do Mangal Aarti, do Nashima prayer, and then reach Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the perfect morning program. And after all that is done, have breakfast, and then go out and teach. So that is the um, system that Prabhupada started. So we are trying a little bit once a week, at least. Yeah, that's yes, that's not. Thank you. Thank you. Or we can switch it. Jaya Radha Madhava Surya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Hari Varadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Yashoda Nandana Virjana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Surya Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Shri Radha Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, so today we are reading from, so we have been reading Srimad Bhagavatam since last 2.5 years, every Saturday at the temple. Of course, during the COVID times we were in online, but we have been reading since last few years, and until now we have finished 16 chapters, and that is not even 1% of the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. But it's only first and those 16 chapters. So we are very close to ending the first canto. Actually, we have two more chapters, there are 19 chapters. Right? So after that, then there are 11 more cantos. So we'll start today's 17th chapter of the first canto. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Samskritam Param Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Srirai Nashtaprayeshu Bhadyeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevakam Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhakti Naishvati Om Jnanatiyandasya Jnanadinashalakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnudev Krishna Deshaya Hare Krishna Bhakti Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Vichari Vishishtamali Bhashya Kadeshkari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Shri Gaura Bhakti Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So far, what we have read is, just give context, and then we'll give text. So far, what we have read is that how, so Krishna has left this material world. He did all his pastimes and he is gone. And as when Krishna was here, so he was the main obstacle for all the bad things to enter in the society. He was stopping everything. It's like the dam is about to break, but he is single-handedly like stopping the whole problems of this world. And as soon as Krishna left, the flood has begun. The flooding has begun. So it is that Mother Earth is personified as cow. And Mother Earth can bear everything except these sinners who don't follow these four regulatory principles, which are no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. Those four people who are acting in those four principles, the Mother Earth is happy. But if they don't practice those principles, then Mother Earth feels burdened. Because these four things, they bring these four characteristics in human beings. And that's what makes us humans. If you don't follow this, then Shastra says that you're not even a human if you don't follow these four principles. So Mother Earth, which is a cow, she feels burdened. And she went to the Lord to complain that what have you done? Because of this, I'm suffering so much. Now I cannot bear. And along with her was the bull. Bull is the personification of dharma. Dharma is religion. Well, dharma is translated as religion, but dharma means also the duty. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it said, Savai Pumsam Parod Dharma, Yato Bhakti Adokshite, Ahi Kuti Apatihata Yayatma Upasita. Savai Pumsam Parod Dharma, the duty of all the living entities, all the living beings. What is the duty? Yato Bhakti Adokshite, to perform the devotional service unto Lord Krishna. That is the duty. We always want to know, right? What is the purpose of my life? $1 billion question. Right? We all want to know the purpose of my life. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam is stating very clearly that our purpose, our main goal of this life is to serve devotional service. So dharma is also on one leg, and that's what we'll read today. Mother cow meets the bull, the personification of dharma, and poor bull is on only one leg. Now imagine, while you imagine, I'll connect my device to the Wi-Fi. Imagine how a bull would look like with one leg. What are the problems you would have to face? If you had only one toe, that is no legs, nothing. Only one toe you have to well. Okay. So Srimad Bhagavatam, first act of creation and 17th chapter. punishment and reward of Kali. So Kali had entered. Krishna left and Kali has entered. So Pariksit Maharaj, he noticed that there are so many irreligiosities and so many bad principles have broken out in the society. People are lying, people are killing, people are becoming criminals, sinners, and the sign of a great king is not that, okay, let me what can I do? No. He took his chariot and he went on. He went on to see people. And then on that way, on his way, he comes to this place. So we read next one. Suta Uvacha, Suta Uvacha, Tatra Go Mithunandaja, Hanyamayam Anatva Pavar, Dandahastam Cha Vishalam, Dadre Tadrishe Nipalanchanam, Suta Uvacha, Tatra Go Mithunandaja, Hanyamanam Anathavat, Dandahastam Cha Vishalam, Dadrishe Nipalanchanam. Anyone else want to Suta Uvacha, Tatra Go Mithunam Raja, Hanyamanam Anathavat, Dandahastam Cha Vishalam, Dadrishe Nipalanchanam. Suta Uvacha, Tatra Go Mithunam Raja, Hanyamanam Anathavat, Dandahastam Cha Vishalam, Dadrishe Nipalanchanam. One last. Go ahead.
Suta Uvacha,
Suta Uvacha,
Raja,
Tatra Go Mithunam Raja,
Hanyamanamanathava,
Hanyamanam Anathavat,
Dandahastam Chakushalam,
Dandahastam Cha Vishalam,
Dadrishe
Dadrishe Nipalanchanam. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, after reaching that place, Maharaj Pariksit observed that a lower caste Shudra, just like a king, was beating a cow and a bull with a club, as if they had no own. So, Sudha Goswami is telling Pariksit Maharaj is inquired how what is happening, and uh, Sudha Goswami said that so once Pariksit Maharaj left his palace to save the people, so he came across to this place where here it is said a lower caste Shudra. Sudha Goswami concluded it's a lower caste Shudra, just like a king. So that means there was a king who was beating a cow and bull with a club. Now imagine in a society where cow is worshipped and the bull is also protected because cow they give milk and all the stuff that cow gives is so beneficial for us. Uh, and at the same time, the bull is used for agriculture. With the help of bull, we can eat, produce foods. But here, a king who is supposed to protect the cow is unfortunately mistreating them. So, forward. The principal sign of the age of Kali is that lower caste Shudras, that is, men without Brahminical culture and spiritual initiation, will be dressed like administrators or kings, and principal business of such non-Kshatriya rulers will be to kill the innocent animals, especially the cows and the bulls, who shall be unprotected by their masters, the bona fide Vaishyas, the mercantile. So here Prabhupada is explaining us the insight of Varnashram. Krishna, so we all know dharma. How dharma actually comes. What is the source of dharma? Who establishes dharma? Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Paritranaya sadhana vinachacha vishkita dharma sansthapanaya sambhavami yudhe. Millennium after millennium, he comes. Whenever there is a decline in religion and decline in irreligiosity, so he comes and balances it out. And he establishes religion. But not only he establishes the religion, he also places the right leaders to rule over the kingdom so that religion or the religious principles are maintained. Right? So there was this huge war. What happened? Why there was a war? Because people who were not following religious principles, they wanted to be the leaders, the Kauravas. And on the other hand, the people who are following principles, they're like, we don't want to do any arguments. So like, okay, you want to do, you do. So they were saying that no, we will go away to forest. We don't even want any kingdom. But Krishna says, no, I establish this religious society. Now I will appoint the leaders. So he said, no, Yudhishthira Maharaj will become the king. And for that, the entire war manifested. So whenever anybody who wants, thank you, sorry. Huh? Now they can hear me even better. So you know what happens when we don't. So Krishna, when he appoints, he expected Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Pandavas to become leaders, but they said no. So they did not follow the instructions of the Lord Himself. So what happens when you don't follow the instructions? There will be war. There will be chaos. There will be fights. There will be conflicts, and ultimately there will be destruction. From, from that war, everybody died except Pandavas. Everybody died. So that is what happens when we do things which doesn't please Krishna. So in this verse, Prabhupada is explaining about Varnashram Dharma, that how it is a duty of a Vaishya, the mercantile community, to protect cow. It is a duty of Kshatriyas to lead the kingdom in the right way. And on other hand, what Pariksit Maharaj is seeing is completely ulta, opposite. The king is beating the cow and the bull, supposedly the king. So it is sometimes people might question, wait a minute, you are saying, okay, we should have this mercantile class, we should have Shudra. So there are four varnas. Shudra, right? They are the lowest or the labor community. Then the Vaishya, mercantile. They are the maintainers of the Shudras. And also the animals. Everybody who is helping them, they are the protectors of those people. Then the Kshatriya. Kshatriyas are the protector of the society in form of like soldiers and kings and all that, right? They're leaders. But then who will help Kshatriya that they follow the right principles? Brahmanas. So Brahmins, they have the intelligence, spiritual knowledge, so they can guide these Kshatriya. So it's a perfect chain that Krishna has established. That okay, Brahmanas will support Kshatriya, Kshatriya will help Vaishyas, Vaishyas will help Shudras. Who will help Brahmanas? The balance between the Brahmanas. Hmm. So I think in the previous verses, in chapter 14, we were talking about this as well. That when we were talking about Dwarika Dham and how the guests were treated, like when Krishna was coming to Dwarka. So how everybody decorated and everything. Brahmins were conflicting at that time. So what happens when the king, every Kshatriya has a Brahmana appointed to that king, right? But if that Brahmana is doing something wrong, that king has to go to another Brahmana outside of his kingdom, theoretically. So That's how Brahmanas are checked. So Brahmanas check each other. That okay, make sure that he's right. He's doing everything according to the scriptures, Guru Sadhu Shastra. So someone might say that we also, in our current society, we also have priests, right? We also have brahmanas, we have spiritual leaders, we also have military forces. So kshatriyas are there to protect us. Then we have mercantile class. Vaishyas are also the businessmen people, right? They are giving jobs, paying to everybody. We also have shudras, the labor class. Then we are in Varnashram Dharma, right? In America, is it so? Why? We have all the four things that make a society. We have it in place. So why is it not Varnashram Dharma? It is. Hmm. 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 So the spiritual principle, the religious principles are missing. But another thing is also that Varnashram Dharma is not about the occupation. It is by qualification, right? If you can say that the priest is there, but the priest's qualification is like Shudra. He's thinking, how can I make money? Or Vaishya, Priests are supposed to give up. Like, they have no attachments. Or Brahmana, they have no attachments. That's why they are Brahmana. But the Brahmanas who think, oh, no, no, no. Where is my money? I am doing this yajna. In donation means dakshina, means whatever from the heart the other person gives, they receive, they accept. In Vedic society, the Brahmanas would not even eat things which are not offered to them. Like they will starve. But unless and until someone gives voluntarily, only that they will eat. Like five places, you know. So, but what happens today? Without, oh no, at least $1,000. That is the charge, the cost, right? But well, that's society. That's what Kali Yuga brings. It's echoing, right? I can also hear it. So I think we have to reduce the volume a little. Or how about this? Is it audible? Or Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai. Thank you, Ananta Shashwari. So we have brahmanas, then we have military people also who are supposed to protect the kingdom. But instead of that, what are they doing? They're well that and they're just trying to conquer other places. There is no protection. They are actually hurting, right? Whatever happens, some leader on the top president will say, okay, go and fight in this country, and they will go. That is not Kshatriya. Then Kshatriyas are supposed to be the leaders. They are supposed to run the country. And the right Kshatriya is, like Ananta Shesh Prabhu said, it's those who actually follow the instructions of Krishna. They are the right Kshatriyas. So right now the society is in complete mess, fully upside down. It's like everybody is misaligned. Kshatriyas are doing the work of Brahmanas, or Vaishyas are doing the works of Kshatriyas, right? Vaishyas who are supposed to be the business mind people, they are running the countries. Donald Trump, he is a businessman. He has no job. He has no uh, concept of how to protect the kingdom. His goal is his brain is working level. How can I get rich? So that those are the leaders, right? And same thing everywhere, not just America, but across the world. Everywhere is the same case. Corruption, it's all in place, and that is the result that comes if those who are not qualified takes up the spot, the duty. Then it's followed by corruption. It's followed by conflicts. It's followed by war, and ultimately destruction. So imagine, would you, if you have some problem like surgery, if you have to do surgery, butcher, he's very expert with the knives. Yeah, butcher. He is in the slaughterhouse cutting animals like amazingly. He has all the arts and skills. But then you have to perform a surgery, heart surgery. Would you choose a butcher or a doctor? A doctor, obviously, right? Imagine now the butcher is doing the job of a doctor. Would it work? It won't work.
But that's what is happening in today's society, right? Democracy, meaning blind is choosing another blind people who are choosing another blind leader, which means that let's say I give 10 butchers that here are your 10 options, qualified presidents, potential presidents. Now you choose one butcher to do your operation. Bad choices and bad options, and then we complain that social problems, economical problems, we don't get enough rights, we are mistreated, visa issues, immigration issues. We can relate. So all these problems, they come because of that. So yeah, this system, the Varnashram system is very, very powerful. It's very potential. It's been practiced for a long, long time, but even just recently it's been lost. But then what is the goal of Varnashram Dharma? What is the goal? When you do all those things rightly, then what happens? Then you become more active in devotional service. If you don't become spiritually inclined or advance in spiritual life, then you are not really doing Varnashram Dharma. You might say that, like Prabhu was saying, right? The core is to have this point. At the point, you should be a bhakti yogi, a devotional service practitioner. Otherwise, it's of no use. So one can say that no, I am doing everything. My qualification is to become a kshatriya. My in the heart, I don't have any propensity to cheat others, and I fully love God and I want to follow instructions of God. But at the same time, if that is not leading your life to follow these four regulative principles and follow the instructions of Krishna, that has no meaning. So sometimes people even get hung up that no, bhakti yoga is all right. Varnashram dharma is the most important thing. The goal of entire Shastra is Varnashram dharma. That is not true. That's incomplete. It's the other way around. Goal of Varnashram dharma is to awaken the love for Godhead in our hearts, right? Ultimate goal is to awaken love for Godhead. Now, however it's coming, Varnashram dharma is a very nice tool that can be used for those who have no concept of devotional service. They have no idea how to serve God. For them, there is this system in place. That okay, what's your qualification? What are your inclinations? What do you like to do? How do you like to do? Okay, this is so that means you like to, chalo, let's say you like to eat meat. How about this? You reduce it and then you slowly become plant-based, vegetarian, and you slowly transition. And then so that can only happen in Varnashram dharma system. Once that is applied, then you can eventually come to the platform of clarity. And now you can see, this is the goal of my life. I should be serving food to God first. Then I should eat. Now God doesn't want meat. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. These are the four things He likes. So I should offer Him first what He likes. Then I will eat. And then once they have reached to that place, now there is no need, right? Once you have graduated, then do you still think who is the teacher of the school, how the school is behaving, everything is all right in the school? No, now you are over it. Now you are beyond this system. That's why Prabhupada says devotees, Vaishnavas are above Brahmanas. Vaishnavas are not, of course, we are, if you are following Brahminical, that's what Gaudiya Sampradaya, this our parampara, this is Brahminical, very intelligent class of men. It's not that easy to take up this process of Krishna consciousness. But by qualifying, by slowly trying, endeavoring, you become qualified, you become a Brahmana. You live like a Brahmana. Sama, Dama, Tapa, Saucham. All these qualities will develop. But once you have developed, then it's your nature. Now you practice bhakti yoga very appropriately. So once you have reached that stage, that's why Prabhupada, one time in India, Srila Prabhupada was asked, oh no, Srila Prabhupada's disciple was asked, he was serving in some temple in Vrindavan, and that disciple, the Babaji in the Vrindavan temple told, you are doing very nice service. One day you will become a Brahmana. So the disciple got bewildered and he came to Srila Prabhupada. He said, Srila Prabhupada, he said like this. He said, he is a he is not a real Brahmana. He is a smarta Brahmana. Like they only follow rules and regulations. Oh yeah. Krishna wants something. No. But Krishna says here he wants something else. So we should just do this. Or Krishna is in front of you. He is asking you face to face. No, give me butter. No, Krishna says no. We'll only give him milk because in the Shastra it says. So they become blinded by Shastra. When Krishna personally comes, that's what happened in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said, Smarta Brahmana section, where Brahmanas are doing all the yajnas to please Krishna. Krishna came in front of Brahmanas. He said, "Oh, I'm very satisfied. Give me food. Give me what I need right now." Brahmanas are saying, "No, Krishna. First, let us finish this yajna. Very important yajna. This stubborn. So they are blinded. So that's why Prabhupada said, no, devotees, Vaishnavas are even higher than Brahmanas. So the point is that Varnashram Dharma is a perfect tool to bring those who are in ignorance to the platform of knowledge. Once you have the knowledge, then you can practice Bhakti Yoga very nicely. So Prabhupada, he is making all these commentaries, everywhere in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. He talks a lot about society, problems in society. People might even question, Prabhupada is a saintly person. Why does he have to bother by what's going on in the society, right? So actually, there are three main reasons that I noted down that why would Prabhupada do so. So first of all, Srila Prabhupada would talk about the problems in society to prove that what can happen when a society doesn't follow Varnashram Dharma, right? To set an example that if the society is godless, there is no point, everybody is just unqualified people are doing stuff. So then there will be wars, there will be problems in the society. Then Prabhupada is actually also showing compassion. Whenever there is torture, it could be anybody. People are getting um, what do you call cheated. People are being cheated by those who are supposed to serve, those who are supposed to protect them. They are getting cheated. Animals are slaughtered, right? They are all mistreated. So Prabhupada, with the eye of a pure devotee, he's seeing all these problems. And when you see a problem, you want to fix it. You don't want to be like, oh, blinded. No, let it be. It's not my problem. My problem is to chant Hare Krishna, go back home, back to Godhead. No. Jivan Sarthak Kari, Karo Paropkar. First, yes, it's our duty to perfect our life. Then you help others. So that is Prabhupada is doing. That's number two. And the third is Prabhupada also wanted to establish Varnashram Dharma because he knew that in this society, the problems are so massive that it will affect not only those who are not practicing Krishna consciousness, but also those who are practicing Krishna consciousness. Imagine we all are doing our duties very nicely. We come to temple, we serve prasadam, everything, and tomorrow some cop will come say you can't do this anymore because the government has decided no more Krishna consciousness in the society. Right? That happened in early days of ISKCON. They would say, no, you guys are all brainwashing people. And everybody took the devotees to the court. There was a big case against ISKCON. Prabhupada said, they asked for evidence, give them Srimad Bhagavatam. All the evidences are there that this is a bona fide group, this is a bona fide organization, spiritual organization. And then court agreed at the end. So that is the point that Prabhupada knew that all these problems will eventually reach devotees also. Devotees are not, yesterday I was hearing, Srila Prabhupada, yesterday was also Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day. So Srila Prabhupada, he was talking about the appearance of a Vaishnava, of an Acharya. So he was telling that how in the beginning, when Srila Prabhupada first time he met his guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, you give up, all these things, you preach in English to the Western world. That is his first instruction right away, just in the matter of few minutes. But Srila Prabhupada said, but I had some desire, so I went back to work. So he did not do anything for few years. He did not applied that instruction in his life. So Prabhupada was telling in the class, because Maya was so strong. I was thinking I should have joined right away. But at that time I was also a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. I wanted to make India free. I wanted to, work in this pharmaceutical business. So he was saying, Maya is so strong. Even devotees, they are not. It's not that easy. We are actually, it's like fish, you know, swimming against the waves. Yeah, the current of the ocean. It's so strong. But this is a war, a moment of distraction, and that's it. So every minute, every day, every week, every month, it's our duty to make sure, no, we are on point. So that is also what Srila Prabhupada knew, and that's why he wanted to establish Varnashram Dharma. So let's continue the purport. Anyone else would like to read the purport? Continue. We are at in the Bhagavad Gita, 1844.
The Bhagavad Gita 1844 says that the best are being agriculture, crop production, and trade. In the age of study, the disease that the multiplied larger like how to plant how to. The Satyas meant to protect the state, whereas the Vaishyas are meant to protect the cow and plant the the cow is meant to deliver milk and the bull is meant to produce grain. But in the age of study, the particular classes are two or more of administrators and the cows and bulls for the mothers and the fathers are protected by the Vaishyas. Are subjected to the total houses organized by the Gujarat administration.
So what we discussed is what Srila Prabhupada is explaining. So it's actually very important that this Varnashram Dharma is applied in the society, and Srila Prabhupada wanted this also, and that he instructed that when he thank you, Prabhu. So he instructed, he said, when he in late 70s or in mid 70s, he did everything. All his disciples are doing wonderful service, book distribution is in great shape, preaching is going on, Harinam Sankirtan is going on. And then he started hearing that all his disciples are falling down. Some are leaving the movement, some are not following his instruction. So that's why he said, I did 50% of my job. Now 50% is to establish Varnashram Dharma. Because you gave this principle of Bhakti Yoga, but at the same time, if those who are not mature enough, for them there is need. Because we have to, it's like you have to write it on the stone in the mind. Our mind is like stone sometimes. It just doesn't want to hear anything. So we have to write it on the stone. It is a saying that means permanently imprinted. That no matter what happens, we should never ever give up these four regulative principles. Never ever. Even if we don't feel like coming to the temple, even if we don't feel like associating with devotees, but we should always think that if I do these four things, then I will be the burden on this planet. So never ever. And then there are two Prabhupada says in the first line, right? That men without Brahminical culture and spiritual initiation will be dressed. So spiritual initiation, it's called, first, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, he says that there are 2 days very important for you. The day when you are born, and the second is why you are born. So a spiritual master, he gives us this knowledge, this torchlight of knowledge that removes all the ignorance. So first we are born through our parents, and then we take shelter of a guru, and the guru gives us the second birth. So it's very important to always keep in mind that follow four regulative principles. That is our number one duty as the first birth, and second birth is follow the instructions of guru. No matter what happens, it's okay. Sometimes you feel that I don't deserve, I'm not qualified, maybe I'll take some break. No, not a chance. We have only got this one life, and we cannot be there. There is no room to wiggle, to say that maybe this lifetime I can do something, next lifetime I'll be serious. Is it possible? We don't know what are we going to do in next life. We were talking about this in our college program as well, that you never know. There was an earthquake in Syria, Turkey, right? Um, yeah, both. So 2 days old boy, he got smashed. The moment he took birth, he's gone because of the earthquake. We never know how our next life will be. People are taking birth in the most miserable place. We don't want to take that chance. We don't want to take that chance. So we should make sure that these four principles and the instruction, and Srila Prabhupada's instruction is very clear. Chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, follow four regulative principles. Minimum. Once you do that, then on top of it, whatever you do is your bonus. Right? You come to the temple, you serve in kitchen, you clean the temple, right? You dress the deities. Ananta Shesh Prabhu is doing wonderful service. And it's that is, imagine how much pleasing it is to Krishna and to Guru. So that's why we have to, it's the most important thing, that follow Prabhupada's instruction, follow the Shastra, and practice these four principles, and our life will be successful. Let's read text 2. Visham Mrinala Dhavalam Visham Mrinala Dhavanam Mehantam Iva Bhiyatam Vepam Manam Padaikena Siddhantam Shudra Taditam. The bull was as white as a white lotus flower. He was terrified of the Shudra who was beating him. He was so afraid that he was standing on one leg, trembling and urinating. This is very visual, right? I was just telling you guys, right? Just visualize, just imagine. We have seen, animals with deformities, like they have one leg missing sometimes, and with three legs they are running. It's so painful to see. Imagine two legs are gone. People are now putting all the transplants and put some wheel, the missing legs, so their life is comfortable. Imagine three legs are gone of this bull and standing on just one leg. How painful and how disturbing, for that animal. Purport. The next symptom of the age of Kali is that principles of religion, which are all spotlessly white, like the white lotus flower, will be attacked by the uncultured Shudra population of the age. So here Prabhupada is giving the second symptom, that principle of religion, what we just discussed, that four regulative principles will be attacked by those who are Shudras, but they are in the different position in the society, and they will start attacking us. They'll start attacking the principles and the practitioner of that principle. They may be descendants of Brahmana or Kshatriya forefathers, but in the age of Kali, for want of sufficient education and culture of Vedic wisdom, such a Shudra-like population will defy the principles of religion, and persons who are religiously endowed will be terrified by such men. It's so true. Prabhupada wrote this in 60s, in late 60s. First canto he started writing. Is that correct, Chanakya Pandit Prabhu? I think in 1962. While he was in Vrindavan, Radha Damodar temple, and he was writing this. So at that time he was talking about this, and it's so relevant even today. Prabhupada did not know at that time how the society would be, but that is wrong understanding. Prabhupada knew exactly what's coming. So these scriptures, they are for 10,000 years. Each and every word of Srila Prabhupada will be relevant for next 10,000 plus years. So this is as good as those scriptures that they come in Yajurveda, Rigveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. This is as Prabhupada's words are as good as that. Because you can just see how clearly Prabhupada is saying that all those people who are not qualified, they will become. such leaders, and then they will start. What will they do? They will start creating problems, and then what will happen as a result? Religiously endowed people will be terrified by such men. Aren't we all sometimes such scared? I wear dhoti and kurta and I'll go out. I feel uncomfortable. Why? It should not be like that. That is the point. That is the bad thing about our society. It's godless. So people are like us are scared. No, maybe people. What if someone tries to attack me? That happens so many times. So many times it has happened. They will declare themselves as adherents of no religious principles, and many isms and cult will spring up in Kali Yuga only to kill the spotless bull of religion. So all these isms, where we heard this before, this ism and that ism. Srila Prabhupada was told by his guru in the first meeting that Prabhupada was saying, I have to save this country. So nationalism, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, all this ism, that will come and go. That is not our point of concern right now. Our point of concern is to spread Krishna consciousness as quickly and as far and wide as possible. So all these isms are very temporary and distracting. So here again, Prabhupada is iterating that. The state will be declared to be secular or without any particular principle of religion, and as a result, someone continue. No, you continue.
Okay. As a result, there will be total indifference to the principles of religion. The citizens will be free to act as they like without respect for sadhu, shastra, and guru. The bull standing on one leg indicates that the principles of religion are gradually diminishing. Even the fragmental existence of religious principles will be embarrassed by so many obstacles as it in the trembling condition of falling down at any time.
So this bull is on one leg. So 4 legs of bull are 4 principles. And what are these 4 principles? Let's repeat one more time. First is but those are the qualities. Yes. So tapas, first is tapas, which is austerity. Then saucham, cleanliness. Then daya, mercy. And then last is satyam. So tapas, saucham, daya, satyam. So these 4 principles, they are 4 legs of dharma. And dharma is standing on one leg. Which leg is that? Truthfulness. Why? That's all. Because in this age, you will see that people, it's not like 24/7 someone is lying. They are mostly truthful, but there is still propensity to lie. The truthfulness is something that is staying for a while. But that's also deteriorating very quickly. People lie for absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. Like they don't even think of consequences. Lying is also so quick. And other stuff, austerity, let's just forget about it. Right? Who likes to become austere? What is the definition of austerity? Voluntarily accepting inconvenience to this body. Anybody would like to do that? In cold, let me become austere. I'll go out without a jacket. Or like we discussed in the beginning also, the biggest austerity is to wake up early in the morning. It's so hard. So austerity, let's just not talk about it. Because sometimes even I feel embarrassed, that I should be more austere, but what am I doing? Overeating, overindulgence in self gratification. So that is not good. But that is also the thing in Kali Yuga, guys. It's gone. Saucham is gone. Cleanliness is gone. Right? Of course, there are some people, but cleanliness is not just external cleanliness. I keep everything clean, but mind is polluted. So cleanliness is also not possible. It's so perverted. Daya, mercy, compassion, it's also not there. So there are two types of compassion, right? The first compassion is, oh, that person is hungry, let me give food. So that is also compassion. But the real compassion is, this person is struggling in this material world for so long. Let me help this person, bring him to Krishna. That is the real compassion. So both compassion aspects are needed, but the latter is more important. So, but how much do we see? Devotees are working left and right. You know, Amit Prabhu was telling me the other day that he went to do book distribution, and one person came and he fell on his feet. He said, "I want to touch your feet." Prabhu said, "What happened?" He said that I'm hearing so many people are complaining. They are like so bothered by you guys. Everywhere they go, devotees are distributing books. They are talking about Krishna. They are talking from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. But I'm just shocked that despite of getting so much of backslash, you guys are not stopping. You are still coming every Sunday to distribute books. What would he get? What would devotees get out of distributing one Bhagavad Gita for $10? There is no profit also. What do we devotees get? What is the point of talking of Krishna? There is no money in return. Everything is for free. Krishna here every Sunday prasadam is done for free, right? But still people are doing it. Devotees are doing it. That is the compassion aspect. When you are a Vaishnava, this quality will be developed automatically. And if it's not coming, then we should push ourselves to still do it, even if we don't have it. So, but other than outside of those who are not practicing or those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, outside of that, how much compassion do we see? Not much. Everybody is selfish, just trying to grab something from the other, right? Satyam, and then we said. So, I'll let's do a small quiz, or maybe not. Would you like to have a quiz? It's easy. I'll just say the action, and then you tell me which quality is it. So, excessive pride and addiction to coffee. Austerity, yes. Because, austerity is to not be proudful is also an austerity. To not get drowned by pride, that is an austerity. And also when you intoxicate, that also takes away the aspect of austerity. Because now you cannot be austere. Your mind is now indulged. So it's impossible to be austere in that sense. This one is easy. Too much of association with opposite gender. Cleanliness. Why? Because mind becomes polluted, very dirty. It's impossible if someone associates with opposite gender too much and in an unregulated way, then his cleanliness is gone, destroyed. Then tendency to cheat others, truthfulness. Oh, you guys are experts. Krishna Smaran Prabhu leading the way. But no, so cheating others, gambling is one of the principles, not to not do gambling. So people, it's so easy, just cheat. As soon as I find out I can get some extra money from that person, let me get it. So that is satyam. And then uncontrolled tongue and eating meat. Daya, compassion. So unfortunately, today's society is actually propagating to do all these things. They are taught the moment you are born, okay, start doing all these four things. The opposite should happen. We should promote, okay, no meat eating, right? Don't we say don't lie to others, to kids, but parents themselves lie, right? Then what will the kids do? They will learn from the parents and they will also do it. Hmm. Cool. Yeah. Correct.
So they are looking up to what is their goal. And what the leaders are, world leaders.
Yeah.
I don't see that Krishna is the leader.
Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, whatever the leader does, the citizens follow.
And if you see the movies,
Hmm.
actors they will drink, they will do something.
Right.
Everybody will follow.
Imagine in the school of kids where everybody is going to pub, dance, clubs and all that, eating meat, drinking alcohol, having illicit relationships before marriage, like they're teenagers. It's all cool. And one kid comes with Bhagavad Gita, he'll be bullied.
Exactly.
With one boy comes with Shikha, he'll be bullied. But that is because the lack of varnashram dharma in the society. So let's quickly read text 3. We are short on time today. We'll just directly read translation. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were
The legs were eaten by Sukha. There were tears in the eyes and it was expressed and she was hungry after some grass. The next symptoms of age of Kali is stress condition of cow. The cow. Making the cow means trying the physical production in a liquid form. The great wishes and warnings to drink only on milk. After they would try to go to a house for a while to milk the cow. I will simply take little quality of it for 6 months. Even 50 years ago, no one would deprive the study of a pot or two of milk. And every household of good milk like water. For a Sanatani, the follower of really the duty of every household that is have cows and bulls and household personality. Not only for making milk, but also for the right religious people. The Sanatani worships cows for religious principles and respect balance. The cow's milk required for a sacrificial fire. And by performing sacrifice, the cow's soda can be happy. The cow's calf not only is fitted to sugar, but also gives satisfaction to the cow, and so she delivers as much milk as possible. But in Kali Yuga, the cows are separated from the cows and as early as possible for purposes which may not be mentioned in the stage of human value. The cow stands with tears in her eyes. The Sudra, milkman, draws milk from the cow artificially, and when there is no milk, the cow is sent to the slaughter. These greatly sinful acts are responsible for all the troubles in present society. People do not know what they are doing in the name of economic development. The influence of Kali will keep them in the darkness of ignorance. Despite all endeavors of physical prosperity, they must try to see the cows and the bulls happy in order. Foolish people do not know how to want any happiness by making the cows and the bulls happy. So it is a fact by the laws of nature. Let us take it from the authority of human value. And at that, for the social happiness.
Wow. So Prabhupada is saying that all this mistreatment to cows and the calves happening, which is, from, it's so, according to time, case circumstance, it's so bad that all of this, whatever is the reason, it's not even mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's that degraded. Bhagavatam describes that what is the best way to live life, what is the worst way to live life, but these things are not even mentioned. So it is the lowest of the form, of the way to live. Is it not true? This is how the cows are treated in the society today. So this is the third symptom, the next symptom that Prabhupada is saying of the age of Kali. What was the first one? The first verse we read today? The leaders, right? The first problem, the first symptom of this age is Varnashram Dharma, missing Varnashram Dharma, and unqualified people are in the position of leadership. First reason. Second reason is principles of religion will be diminished, Right? The four legs of the bull, three are already gone, and the fourth one is about to be gone. Truthfulness. And in this one, yes, Prabhupada is saying the cow protection. To protect the cows. Why? Because we can learn so many things from the cows. Here Prabhupada says, milk. Mm, so he said that, was it in the translation? Oh yeah, no, translation. Although cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her. So cow, it can literally, people, Prabhupada said in the purport, the people would not keep cows in their house just to draw milk, but also to take religious principles from her. So that is the reason we worship cow. It's not just, blind faith or some traditional. In India, people are just dull. They don't know how to work with science, tractors. No, there are so many potential reasons that this is our Vedic society, the principles that they follow. So the cows and the calves, they are all mistreated these days, and that is the cause of all the problems. That is the cause of all the calamities that come and all the diseases that come. Because what will happen if you drink a milk that's taken from a cow which is unwilling to give birth, artificially impregnated, and then the person is just putting some machine and pumping milk out. Cow is crying. What is the benefit of that milk? It's poison. So then the question becomes, here in our current society, the milk is poison because it's drawn like this. And Krishna loves milk. Krishna is Govinda. Right? He gives pleasure to the cows. And he loves milk. He steals butter. Then what should devotees do in this today's day and age? There is such a big contradiction. Milk here is like poison, but Krishna likes milk. Prabhupada was asked this question. What should we become? Should we become vegan? Veganism? No milk products. Prabhupada said, so Prabhupada did not say yes or no, but Prabhupada said, we should take milk from our own cows. That gives the answer. So the cows which are treated properly, which are naturally, giving milk, and which is voluntarily giving milk, not that you show the calf and then you take it out. Right? We never heard of that. It never used to happen that way. And it is like that in many places. And that's why Prabhupada also emphasized a lot on self-sustaining farm communities. New Vrindavan, Gita Nagari, we have that. From New Vrindavan, so much milk comes. 2 weeks ago, Prem Vilas Prabhu was telling, there's so much milk those cows are giving. Please, anybody is free to get it for Columbus. Right? He posted on WhatsApp group from New Vrindavan. So when the cows are treated rightly, not just milk, which is so nice, for human being, but also you get the religious principles and your spiritual life will be very nice. When the cows are treated nicely in the society. So that's text 3, the third principle, which is to protect cows. So we'll quickly read the fourth one translation and then we can end. Maharaj Pariksit, well equipped with arrows and bow and seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to him, the Shudra, with a deep voice sounding like thunder. So, of course, seeing all these things, the real king will not sit quietly. He will speak loudly, and that is what we can learn from Maharaj Pariksit. Whenever we see decline in religious principles, we should not feel, I don't care. Why should I care? No, we should speak up. We should speak out. It's okay. They don't know you. So even if they judge you, it's fine. You may not see them again, but for that person, your words might be the best thing that may have ever happened in their millions of lifetimes. Your one word of advice might change the entire course of their this life and their future lives. So as devotees, we should always read scriptures, we should share scriptures, we should learn from scriptures, and we should apply that in our life, whatever we have learned.
That's great. And what seems like Maharaj is the full depth for himself with them. That's like, and that is that. Now we will confidence that is really and we have not exactly like the law of fun actual electric flow bottom exactly have that very public cannot be equal to this strong thing like that. The rest of the side of the world or the not found. It is not that.
Jai.
So, one factor in Punjab, I don't know about the, even if he said that we are the term is a mystery, and the term is to get rid of mystery. Yeah. So, we are many to give your public,
Take the mic out. Take the mic out.
Mysteries, to take away their mysteries. So, and this is the mysteries for everyone is not just like earlier it used to be okay. There are attacks from other kingdom. So Kshatriya used to just fight. So it's not just to engage in war, but there is a misery from Maya. So that's why their first foremost duty of administrator class itself is to distribute the holy name.
Yes.
So that is the only solution to all the material problems, and then they also definitely have to do in the other material arrangements, but that is second.
Thank you for sharing that. Any questions? Krishna Prabhu, would you like to say something?
We covered everything nicely.
Prabhupada covered everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Mataji, any thoughts or questions? You agree?
One thing is, you told about Vaishnavas are above Varnashram. So that's what we do, right? Like, probably you give the class and then we can go keep it hard. I'm just saying, it's not that, so we are above that. It's not like, okay, you have to do only this type of work. But when you come to the temple, you are on the altar, but then later on you are going for book distribution. Or you are in the management, you talk about finances, fundraising, and all that, right? So you put various hats and you are doing it for the service of Krishna, right? So that's Vaishnava, they are transcendented or above the four modes.
Thank you. Yeah, and actually I'll share this video of Srila Prabhupada on Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day. He was telling almost a similar thing, that he is Prabhupada's, he was talking to his godbrothers. He was talking to his godbrothers, and then he was asking them, is it possible to make these people brahmanas? They said, impossible. Impossible. But Srila Prabhupada enabled so many people who had no concept, who are indulged in these four activities, he brought them out. And that's what he said, that when these things are followed, then you are qualified to be a brahmana. And Prabhupada made so many brahmanas like that. Prabhupada broke so many misconceptions. They cannot be made into brahmanas. They are all malechas, shudras. Everybody is shudra in this age of Kali. But only when the mercy of such a pure devotee is there, and then we follow his instructions, then we can be qualified to be brahmana. And we should never say, I am so fallen, I am so unqualified. Those acharyas say that in their bhajans and poems, and they feel it. But Prabhupada has enabled us. We should not use that as an excuse to go out and preach. I am so fallen, what can I preach to others? I am so unqualified, how can I give class? How can I serve Srimad Bhagavatam? Prabhupada qualified us. Then we are putting Prabhupada into question. The Prabhupada did not make us qualified enough. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, all glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
All praise to Alankar Prabhu and all the devotees for joining.